route of of the conversation that you're just hating, because when a product is released to the public, not everyone is going to mess with it, and people are going to see the flaws, and the good and the pros and cons within it. And fuck, dude, people are just it's insane.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize now that every MK game is like an acquired taste you have to build tolerance for.
Yeah, and that's why the community is so split up in the NRS community. It's crazy. I don't know. MK11 was the worst MK game for me before, and then MK1 came out. For me, my trifles were MK11 slow. There's not a lot of combo potential. Sure, you could get some here and there. Not that there's so many defensive options to accommodate for what. Now, if those defensive options were, let's say, an MKX, probably be a better ideal. You know what I mean? A better trade off. But they, it's like they put the shoe on the wrong foot again. And then MK11 came out and they
What's up,
switched it
Cutthroat?
back, and it's still on the wrong foot.
Yeah,
It's like
stupidity.
it's so,
They're
and
doing
I'm like,
special.
but then MK1 came, yeah. Then MK1 comes out. MK1 comes out. We're all excited. It's a new NRS game. It's this base. We're like, oh shit. And we're excited. No, huge combos. We didn't have combos for like 3 years and some change. So we see combos, we just throw our money at the screen. Take our money, and then some of us noticed right away, but it took a little bit of time
For
for the
example,
rest of us to
my
catch on.
first video I ever did during the beta. My first video ever. I was playing Sub-Zero Sonya in the beta, and I'm doing Armored Launcher with Sonya. So I made a video. It's still on my channel. I put all my old videos back up. It's my very first MK1 video, during the beta. And I said, so, there's obviously armored launchers in this game. One's far damaging than a Sub-Zero's EX slide into Sonya, obviously. And I'm like, the problem is that I know what you modern players will say today. Oh, but it costs a bar and a Kameo resource. But I said, we have been through this for too many NRS games. It doesn't matter if the armored launcher is unsafe. It doesn't matter if the armored launcher takes bar or multiple bars. It has never been okay. It won't be okay now. Tom's already crying. Game's not even out yet. And those very same people, all they did was cry about armored launchers. It's like we've been through this before. Hey, the Ed Boon's formula doesn't work. By the fourth game, no one likes Mortal Kombat anymore. Oh, Tom, you don't know anything. Really? MK1, 2, 3, MK4, no one liked. Right? Deadly Alliance, Deception, Armageddon, Here Comes DC, that whole 3D crowd, they were like, what is this? Right? MK9, X11, MK1, peace, I'm out, MK. His formula doesn't work.
What was Sonya's
And for
armor
people
launcher,
that
by
say,
the way?
Not for the modern era. Not for the modern era. It doesn't work for the modern
didn't play
era.
the
by the way,
beta.
all people do is say shit like, oh, the NRS community, the MK community, all they do is talk about how bad the new game is, and then all of a sudden the old game is good again. No. In MK2, nobody said, hey, let's go back to that MK1, brother. No one said that. In MKDC, in MK9, no one said, we should all go back to MKDC. It's just garbage. No one says this shit. This started in MK11. That's when it started.
It did
And
start.
you know
with
when else it
MK11.
started? You know when else it
I feel
started?
like it started with
It started
MKX
in
too.
it's always the third game. Always the third. In MK3, let's go back to MK2. Of running whatever. In MK11, let's go back to MKX. It's always the same. It's always the third game. It's always the third. Always.
Yeah, history tends to repeat itself.
Always. Guess what? The online 3D community didn't really play Deadly Alliance. To them, their first game was Deception. So to them, it was Deception, Armageddon, and DC. And when Armageddon, when DC came out, what did a lot of them say? "Oh, let's go back to Armageddon. What is this game?" A lot of the old 3D community. It's always the same. It just repeats itself over and over and over again. Every time. It's always the same. Always the same.
Yeah. I mean, and to be honest, yes, MK11 had its factors and its little fan base, but sorry, there's a
11's the
car
worst game.
driving. There was a car
MK
driving by. Its
11
hype came. Its
gotta be
hype.
crazy.
It is. I think it's MK1 now, but here's the thing. It came off of the hype of MKX, which was lightning in a bottle. So
That
whether
and
people
people were
want to admit
tired.
it, yeah, it was bad.
They were tired of that. So they had an MK game back again, and they were like, yep, that's exactly right. Tired of it.
I mean, people were more. I don't know.
Hmm.
It's bad because they keep switching everything every single time. And the moment they get a formula that's great, it's just it's horrendous. Honestly, I thought that Injustice.
Hey guys, sorry that we're just rambling right now. We're just waiting for Dave to show up. We're waiting on him because we were gonna do the podcast early at 8 p.m. EST, but then Dave said he couldn't make it, so he needs 9 p.m. EST. So now we're waiting. It's almost 9:20, and as soon as Dave gets on and joins, we can start the episode. But yeah, sorry if you guys are just hearing us ramble.
Same anymore. It doesn't have to be the same. It doesn't have to be MKX. Doesn't have to be MK9. Whatever. It just has to be Mortal Kombat. You know,
Hmm.
it's not. It's not Mortal Kombat.
No, it is
Some
not.
other.
If they did
Something
like
else.
if they did a re-release of MKX with a ranked mode, I think that'd be pretty interesting. Like a
Yeah, it would be
Kombat
great.
League.
Honestly, I mean, I hated the final patch, but I mean, it's better game than fucking the last two. It shows, apparently. You know, everything was great about. There's a
Dab
lot of
doesn't
good things about
play.
that game,
Dab doesn't play MK1
but
anymore now
people
that he's
are
done.
just so keen on bashing it for 50/50s armored launchers. But I'll be the first one to tell you, sure, you can lose to those things, but there were skill gaps. You know what I mean? Like it, you did have to be good. You couldn't just go
The
out there and
final
50/50
patch
people.
was not just not very good.
It was bad. It ruined the core mechanics of the game.
Yeah.
And
Why
people
does
were
Liu Kang?
allowed.
Who decided Liu Kang needs a 2-hit? Liu Kang now gets off the ground for free, and you never get up against him ever. Stupid.
Yeah, I mean, that move was already a
Yeah,
safe armor. I don't know why they needed to be buffed again.
Yeah,
And the
2 hits
crazy
yeah,
of
thing is
armor.
that armor move was like -2 or 3 for the reason that Liu Kang had a very slowed down one. It was like 9 frames. That's why it was -2 or 3. But then you give him a 7 frame down one. He had a far reaching down one with that low minus armor. It's very abusable in some characters.
yeah, 100%.
Hmm.
What's up, Parfum? What's up, First Datum? Zico, I would play MK9, but the netcode is atrocious. I don't think anybody's trying to play MK9 right now on the netcode. The game is basically
Yeah,
unplayable.
it's just not fun. That's the problem. It's not fun to play in that.
Yeah, too much delay. And then like a lot of the stuff you do play as MK9 doesn't work online. Like how you full combo poke sunblock doesn't really work online. The anti-airing is more sketchy. Getting through gaps and stuff is more sketchy.
Yeah, I played in Aquaman's thing he had with Parsec quite a few years ago.
Parsec is
And I was
terrible.
playing it's dude, it was worse than MK9 online back then. And I was like, I cannot move. I cannot move. Like it's everything is off. I'm all uncoordinated because my mind's telling me something, but it's not registering. And I was
Yeah,
like,
we all tried that whole Parsec stuff during Injustice 2 when MK9 was kind of blowing up again. And after like a month or
yeah,
whatever, we got over Parsec quickly and was like, this is just bad. Does not feel like the game offline whatsoever.
yeah. So I was like, I'm done. I'm not playing.
Yeah.
I was like, I lost badly. I was like, dude, I do not suck at this game. What the fuck's going on here?
Zico says, is there any Mortal Kombat games you guys want to play, Lamel?
Honestly, I like MKX. I hated the final
I'll play
patch.
Deadly Alliance.
I'll
Deadly
play
Alliance actually sounds
MK9.
hype. But the problem is we can't play MKX. Netcode's so bad that game's like unplayable. You really only have to pick between
Yeah,
MKX, MK1, and MK11 because every other MK game, this online is not good.
Yeah.
which
If I had to though, out of all of them, yeah, probably MKX for sure. But it's so bad for me. My mindset on it. I mean, yeah, I could probably change my mindset and I'll be fine. But for me, it's just kind of personal because what they did to Jax, and I'm the one who found the bug, and they just didn't fix it appropriately. And
oh,
then
you mean
the armor,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the Superman punch, yeah,
I did it the
and
same thing with the Ice Clone. Uh, the bug was if you made him block something on the very
it went away.
first frame that he could block, um, the clone would be on the screen, but it wouldn't go away. Meaning, it would be on the screen, but it wouldn't hit you. You could walk through it.
Yeah,
And this happened during beta, but I couldn't figure out what caused it. So it was supposed to stay on block, and
yeah,
I couldn't I couldn't duplicate it consistently because I didn't know what caused it.
yeah.
And so they got tired of it. They didn't like that it would happen every once in a while. So they just said, "Fuck it. It's just easier to make it always go away."
That's crazy because
It's
in
so
MK9,
Unblock.
the
tough to talk
clone
about.
worked fine.
Yeah, it's so tough to talk about Sub-Zero with the community because they really just don't understand the character. I understand he's frustrating to fight against, but I mean, a lot of stuff is frustrating to fight against.
Yeah,
Like Diddle will say the clone's not defense. Well, that's like me getting opened up by a 50-50, and I go, that's not real offense. They would say I was stupid, you know? So the clone it's such a weird tool, especially in a game like MK9, or like against Katana. I'm not using it to hide behind because if she insta the Nair fans when I'm cloning, she's going to juggle me because I'm still airborne for a few frames.
yeah,
I'm using it because I'm playing a lame out game and I'm using it to combat her ranged normals, like forward two, things like that. So to an idiot, Diddle, me no like that move. Um, and I'm not trying to say, I'm just using it in fighting game terms, not that he's actually a stupid person. It
yeah,
looks doesn't understand. It looks like you're hiding behind the clone, but the reality is I'm not. You know, against Cabal, it looks like I'm cloning and getting hit by a fireball in the face because I'm trying to hide behind it while he's running away, and I'm just so stupid I'm getting hit with a fireball. But you've got to limit Cabal. If you allow Cabal in that match to pick and choose when he wants to advance, when he wants to retreat, when he wants to zone, then he has all of his options. You're fucked. So you've got to be willing to take some fireballs in the face just to let the Cabal player know, dude, if you even think about going forward for any reason, I'm going to put this move here and I'm willing to eat as many fireballs in the face as need be. That's kind of the mind game because then the Cabal player's like, all right, eat these fireballs, bitch. And I'll say, well, now I'm not going to eat them. Now I'm going to advance. Or you may try to test your luck to advance and then I'm going to clone. So, but the whole point is to get him cornered, so there's that mind game there. I'm not trying to hide behind it per se. Or even like, times when I would jump in and clone. That's because there are sometimes, like I would read that somebody would want, I say, you know what, they're looking for something to advance, like jump in, maybe jump over the clone, jump over an ice ball, something like that, or surprise me with a jump in. So rather than kind of wait and advance and then they jump and they go past me and cross me up, I'll say I'll do a quick jump and early clone. And sometimes because they're tunnel visioned on what they're looking for, they will jump to air because they already have the jump in their mind, and then I
yeah,
will clone them out of it. And to someone who doesn't understand, they'll say, "Oh, he's just cloning and whatever." It's what I mean. There's so many. It was really 9 was cool because it gave you that freestyle freedom. to really, which is why you could see like X-Blade's Liu Kang was not like Denzel's Liu Kang, was not like Malik's Liu Kang. You know what I'm saying? Was not like My God's Liu Kang. There was no similarity whatsoever. Wasn't, so different. My Sub-Zero wasn't like Denzel's Sub-Zero. Rio's Cabal wasn't like your Cabal. Wasn't like Kerbo's Cabal. Wasn't like Cat's Cabal. Like it was all different. You'd be able to. It wasn't like Detroit's Cabal. You could have a clear difference between who's Rio and who's Detroit. Even if there were
Yeah.
no names on the screen, you would be able to tell those two apart, even if they were both playing the same character.
I honestly have to say, watching X Blades and Tyrant was probably the most, how do you say, artistically beautiful view of art of fighting in Mortal Kombat that I've ever seen in my entire life. Like their old EGP matches when West Coast wasn't even on the map. It was just East Coast and maybe like ATL kind of. Like that was it for MK. It was like it's East Coast, ATL, that's it. West Coast we weren't like, they had some hitters, but nothing like, we were really good. We just weren't on the map yet. And God, Watch It was just a beautiful form of art. It was just amazing. They're the ones that came up with the after a breaker, do like a micro dash down three
Down
to
three, yeah,
OTG
because
to
the air breaker
pick up
gave
your
you so
opponent.
much advantage. Yeah.
Fuck, it was so, yeah, they're so good, bro. Such a work of art.
Good times, man. Very good times.
Yeah,
Dude,
it was
Tyrant
good
Shax
times.
was
But it's
crazy.
not
He used to make some of the most ridiculous reads and sets.
ridiculous reads, and it's crazy. And then he'd do like a double dash punch in a combo. You're like, what? You can double dash
Yeah,
punch
I remember seeing that.
mid
That
screen?
was very hype. His anti grabs were crazy too.
Yeah, he was, dude.
I miss when anti-airs
Guy
in
was,
MK games used to have invincibility, like they did in MK9.
yeah. I mean, Jesus. Eh,
I wonder why they abandoned some ideas like
Well, they
that.
thought about that at 9, not, they thought about that in 9 and just
the
didn't.
crazy thing though with nine was it's literally was a 50-50 as well, because if you did a high jump kick, you would most of the time beat a jab depending on which jab it was. Like if it was smoke, just don't jump in general.
Yeah,
But like
Smoke's anti-air 2 was ridiculous. He has one of the best jabs.
yeah, but like some characters, if you do like an early jump kick, like high in the air, you'll beat it. But then if they block it, you're gonna get either punished or they get free pressure. So it's like, but it was like a 50-50. But it made footsies really well. It actually made footsies like really good as well, really good.
Yeah, I
And
also
it was
liked how
just
the
fun. It was
jumps
just
weren't
honestly, it was just
floaty.
like an adrenaline rush, huh?
I liked how the jumps weren't floaty either.
No, and they actually, here's the thing too, and this is why I say Injustice kind of ruined a little bit of MKs, because like they actually jumped like, martial artists and flipping like ninjas. And like now they just like floaty jump, hands wailing in the air, just jumping straight up, even if
Yeah,
they're
I
jumping
don't like
forward.
those floaty jumps. I think they look kind of stupid.
Yeah, exactly. And that's another reason why I say Mortal Kombat's not really Mortal Kombat, and
I
they kind of ran
remember
away from their own
when
identity.
we were testing Injustice, we were like, why does Grundy have a floaty jump? Shouldn't he have like a fast jump? Why is he like floating in the air?
Yeah.
Like a 1,000-pound zombie.
Mm. Yeah, for real. I don't know.
Yeah, like for
It's
some reason on MKX they abandoned the invincibility on anti.
And that was
No
my
idea.
problem too. That was my problem too, coming from MK9, right? Like we all love MK9, etc. And then I'm like, fuck MKX, it's a different animal, it's a different beast. And I'm like, I that's the first thing I check for when I play fighting games, mostly NRS games. I check for the jab anti-airs because I'm just so accustomed to how amazing they were in MK9. And it was garbage.
Bro, they
And I
were
was like,
so
what?
bad in the beginning of MKX. So we were like, what is this? It was like trying to like straddle a hippo with like a saddle and ride it like a horse. Like that shit
Mhm.
was not gonna work. It's not a horse. It doesn't work the same way at all. We complained about it like
Exactly. And
crazy
we
in
were
the
so
beginning. They ended up buffing anti-airs a ton over the next year and a half, but like it was still never the same. At least it's
it still was
doable
never the
So
now.
here's
same.
a
But
funny story. Here's a funny story. At NetherRealm, myself and Rio were like, bro, we've been trying to anti-air and down to whatever, and we can't get it. And ironically, it was Czech who was like, yeah, I get it every time. We were like, okay, well, let's see it. Missed it every single time
Yeah, we
in
were
a
like, "What are you
match.
talking about? You get down, dude. It's crazy how the down twos didn't even work. We're like, what do these down twos do? What's
Yeah.
the purpose of them? They don't anti-air. Why are they in the
And
game?
60 was like, yeah, just down
yeah,
two. See? Yeah, just down two.
Yeah,
No,
but
no,
I remember
it's fine.
60 was like down twos are fine, and we're like, well, who are you using? Devora, and we're like, well, that's the only character that has usable down two. Everybody else, is using a down two with no extended hitbox. It doesn't work like Devora's. Yeah, the game had so many issues.
Exactly right.
but the thing is, what was so good about it is that their universal mechanic was the armored launchers. It worked perfectly. You jump at someone, they have a bar. You're gonna, for me. You jump at Jax, EX overhead dash punch, 40% corner carry into hard knockdown. Yeah, y'all don't think you're gonna try and jump a lot, right? And that's what happened. Jumping at Tanya, drill, EX drill, you're getting launched. You know what I mean?
Or EX
Now,
teleport.
exactly. So now. Oh yeah, it did have armor on it, huh? I didn't play her until till she got nerfed
It
twice
had
after the
invincibility
CEO.
first for months, then they removed the invincibility, and then it had armor for a while, and then they removed that.
Jesus. And um, so they nerfed everything in the final patch, and I'm like, so now it allows for stupid play, dumb play. Shinnok's doing teleport, instant jump three that you have no chance of anti-airing, and they're plus.
And
Kenshi doing
she
teleport pressure.
because of that.
Like, dude, I can't. And even if I use one armor move and it just knocks them down 15%, they're gonna keep doing it. I just wasted a bar. You know what I mean?
You know what's crazy
I
now
don't know.
though? MKX's meta has changed since last time we played it. Characters like Shinnok and Kenshi aren't even considered like top tier anymore. It's
That's
weird.
what's
MK,
crazy, honestly.
yeah, because I remember a lot of people were, at least when we were playing back before a few months before Injustice 2 came out, the complaining with Kenshi and Shinnok every game. But then like
Yeah,
it makes you wonder: was it really those characters being dumb, or was it just because Tweety, who was really good, was using Kenshi and
It's
Dragon?
because nobody played the final version of that game.
That's true.
Because,
Also,
for
it wasn't
example,
explored much.
yeah, there was only one tournament held before Injustice came out, and very people showed up for it. And the truth is that take Kenshi for example. Uh, you know, before the patch, let's take me as a Sub-Zero player. I think I might have come up with this because I used to do it all the time. I used to play Kamasi constantly. And it was Kamasi struggled against Sub-Zero because of this tech. So Sub-Zero had a standing in place armored launcher, which is exactly what you needed against Kenshi. So there was no mix up with the demons because when he
yeah,
would summon the demon anywhere on the screen, um, even if you're at sweep range, you could always react to the mid demon or the low demon as far as like a late delayed low block. And it would block them both, kind of like if Scorpion did forward two or forward two into takedown, doing a delayed low block. So just stand blocking a little bit longer than do a delayed low block but because the overhead comes out faster, but then the low will simultaneously block both. So if
yeah,
I'm at sweep range, I can do that. And if I'm at far range, all he can do is the low. But there's no mix up between the low and anything else because I'm not reacting to the teleport as far as like trying to stop it. Like if he teleports, I'm going to block the low demon. And if he teleports, I'm going to use my armored launcher because I'm going to react late to it because I'm not going to look for it. I'm going to look for do that. And I get to use the armor and it's a guaranteed launcher. Also in his pressure, when he's pressuring me, if he says I'm going to do overhead or low demon, the delayed low block when you see the demon come out will automatically block both overhead and low demon. And if he teleports instead, you can do the delayed low block and still armor him on reaction to him on the way down because you can do it extremely late because you have armor. This removes all of Kenchi's pressure and all of his mix. But then when the armored launcher was gone, now while I'm defending against the overhead or low demon and he teleports, I'm fucked. Also, if he teleports, is it going to be a punch or a kick? Is he going to do it early or late to throw out my timing? Like, no, nope, didn't. It's was not. Also, you can pressure him, and even if he does delayed EX teleport, and like he absorbs the blow and comes down, you would still armor anyway, and still launch him.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
so that's what happened. And we only played it for a short period of time. So it wasn't that people were too good. It was that that's not how the game was played for 2 years. And then at the
That's
last
crazy you
second, it was
mentioned
like, "Okay,
Kamasi.
we'll
I
do this."
remember that dude. I haven't heard that name in so long.
Yes, Kenshi was good. He almost beat Dragon at
Yeah, I remember him. He had
CEO.
really good. Him and Tweety had like the best possess
Very
during that
excellent,
period.
excellent players. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're right. Characters did have this OS you could do between armor and whatever. Because in MKX, you would remain blocking. You wouldn't get hit if you OS'd it. But if they did a gapper, like you said, they would get launched, and that was really useful.
Total Khan had an OS I used to do against the War God. So he would do back one, and you would fuzzy because he could do back. If he did back one into overhead sword or back one into low, you would fuzzy guard it. And so you do block, fuzzy, armor, armor. If he tries to do a special in there, the armor is going to hit him. And the best part is, if he does his EX, sometimes people would mess up on reaction if he does the EX one or the slow one. You never. It was some OS where you always punished him, and if he did either overhead sword, you would just auto block it, and you would get the full combo punish either way. So it
Yeah,
was, and then boom, the armored launcher was gone. Now I'm just doing a slide, which is nothing. It means nothing.
yeah,
Yeah, they're not going to care about that.
Yeah, so nobody cares. So I wasted a bar in that instance.
yeah. Yeah, I just changed everything, honestly. And for me personally, all my characters got nerfed on that final patch, and which a couple of them, one of them mainly, so needed it. Alien badly needed to get nerfed. But other than that, prior to that, Alien Tanya got like nerfed into the ground. At least Kobu, and then Alien, and then Jax got that unwanted
Bro,
like nerf from when
they
I found the
nerfed.
bug.
Sorry,
Huh?
good.
No. He got the unwanted nerf, and I literally canceled my SER registration and everything after Evo, after the final patch. So I was like, bro, I can't. They took out my dash punch. That's how I combat zoning, and I can't now. I have to hold zoning this whole
Yeah,
time.
that was a crazy nerf. That move didn't even launch. Like removing it off the straight dash punch.
Yeah, dude. They're like, oh, we just made it faster, and now it does a little bit more damage. How? Okay, does nothing for me. Now I got to sit here and
Yeah,
hold all this zoning. Like,
yeah,
fuck.
Yeah,
So it was
pretty
a
you,
turnoff.
native.
you mentioned Tanya and Alien. Dude, they nerfed the Rekkas so hard that they didn't even function as Rekkas anymore. Like they completely removed being able to delay them because they couldn't fix the issue where when you would delay them, it would change the frame data and make them be plus or more block stun. Because there was like some error with the
Yeah,
coding. But that's crazy. How do you have Rekkas in a game, but then nerf them to the point where they're supposed to be Rekkas, but don't even function like Rekkas at all? They're just like a
yeah,
string you had to input
dude.
before. It was just the moves were pointless. Like they got butchered.
Yeah.
I remember. You know what else that reminded me of? The EX clone, which was because it had armor, but it was a combo starter. They removed the
Oh yeah,
armor on
that
it,
got
which they made it
nuked, and
worth.
that's like, wait, who was even like? Oh
And I
yeah,
had
the
this
EX
tech
clone
against
got.
Tanya. I had remember I did it on Dragon one time in tournament at when a Collide von Strokes tournament. He would do whatever string into they would use the EX Tonfa toss, right? So what I
Yeah,
would do is I would buffer EX clone. So the tonfa would come out, and the first hit of the EX clone, the armor would absorb the tonfa, and the clone would still come out. Then I would run and full combo her, because normally you can't do that because the tonfa comes back, but then the clone would block it because it was out and it would absorb the projectile, so it would give me a full combo. I rented it to Dragon. Dragon was like, I have never seen that. So even X, I know 50, 50, 50, 50, it had things that you could still come up with.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, like
exactly.
it was an original idea, and I was like, "Hey, why can't I do that?" Because my armor will engage, the clone will still come out, and then the clone will be active. I could run past the clone, and it will block the tonfa on the way back.
Yeah,
And it
yeah.
was just you could
Yeah,
be
that was actually really
inventive.
good tech.
There was
You
so
were the
much
only
cool
one
creative
using the X
stuff that you
clone
could do.
too. It's kind of crazy how that got nerfed. I mean, it
Yeah,
wasn't really
yeah,
an
yeah,
armor
yeah.
launcher because even if you did it between gaps, like with strings, the clone wouldn't even come out, right?
Yeah,
Because I guess it depended. Yeah, so I'm
yeah, it
surprised that
was
got nerfed. What was the
proximity
point of EX clone
to the
then?
string.
Because it wasn't the
It
only
had
thing it did.
very niche uses, but when they removed the armor, then
Yeah,
it
but I'm
kind of
saying, like,
removed the
wasn't
niche
it
use.
very similar to regular clone except from the armor? So when they nerfed that, what was the point of EX clone? Like, what did it even do?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, exactly. It came out a little faster, but the problem is because it came out a little faster.
Oh, it would ruin some of your cancels into clone, right?
Yeah, some of the cancels. Yeah, so you really had
That's
there was
stupid.
certain instances where you could use it, in certain ones you couldn't,
That's just
and
a
it was
weird
mainly
and
for the
annoying
armor.
way
It
to
was
do a move.
faster and it had armor. So it was faster, yeah. So it was, you know,
Yeah, it's a weird and annoying way to do a move. Like, it doesn't work on block, but it works on hit, I guess.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it was a cool move, but once they nerfed the armor, then it's whatever.
Yeah,
Oh,
it really just disrupted everything, honestly. It disrupted the core mechanics of the game because that was like their universal mechanic was the armor. And like some stuff that was armor launchers needed to be like nerfed, I guess, cuz some were just fucking safe. And that
Mhm.
is totally justifiable.
bro,
But just
Lackey
to
got
remove
hit
it,
hard too.
who did?
Lackey.
Oh yeah, like
Oh
Lackey.
yeah,
Yeah, I
dude,
did.
That
Lackey
shit
got
got
that.
high.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, that variation was scrubby, but man, that shit got nerfed harder than like other characters that were always better, like Cassie and Shinnok and whatever.
It's
But Zico, that's
crazy, bro.
actually a good question. He says, "How would you guys feel if the next MK game had 3 variations for every character, but you can switch between them in games like Deception and DA?" That's the only way I would welcome variation system. Other than that, I'm tired of the whole pick your variation before the match starts type of stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Like, either do it like the 3D MK where you have access to everything, but not at the same time, so you have to cycle between them, or get rid of it
Yeah.
because I'm tired of the whole pick cameo, pick variation, pick this before the match starts. I think they need to retire that
Yeah, it's
system.
kind of bad. It's especially when it gets to the point like MK1 where like some moves were conflicted and restricted, and then like key core moves that were been with these characters since the beginning. Like let's say Raiden's teleport it wasn't even a core move. It had to be a fucking slot. So it's like this is ridiculous.
That's like lazy filler at that point. They ran out of ideas, so they're like,
Yeah,
let's make Sub-Zero's Ice Ball a movie you have to quit.
that's fucking insane, dude.
Yeah, stupid.
Like, yeah, it's dumb. But yeah, honestly, and I say this a lot, and you could crucify me for it, but if MK11 just had a little bit, no, don't get me wrong, let me finish. If it had a little bit more sauce, moves weren't conflicted, moves weren't restricted, we, had variation, everything out customizable from the beginning, um, and maybe some stupid like fucking wake up buttons, like the invincibility of just getting up, being able to some of that was like tweaked. It would have been at least a more enjoyable game, a little bit more
Hmm.
fun, and that's all I care about is just the fun. Like for me
Problem
personally,
the problem with the
I
customers
really
is there
love.
wasn't enough moves. They should have with DLC added every character like 10 new specials or something.
Yeah,
Because there
hundred
just wasn't
percent, and
enough
I
to
and
pick.
there wasn't enough, and,
And
and, and
also
and it
with
would have
characters
been
like
way.
Baraka, why wouldn't I pick gutted every time? Like, I don't want to do a combo of everything. Like, when I can get 40 off every touch.
Yeah, it's like okay, I can't get 40 off every touch. Now I'm gonna just use like the tick the command grab where
Yeah,
I
which if
lunge
they
at you.
duck, you're dead.
You're dead. Then you get
But
down
if you
to
hit
crushing
them, they're
blow.
like, I don't care because you don't do combos. So it's like, what even is it?
Yeah, looks cool.
Mhm.
Animation looks sick. Good
Very true. I
job
love
on
Yeah,
the
that
it.
command grab is
animation,
actually
but
fun. Yeah, like, but kind of dumb how you have to like pick and choose.
yeah, 100%. And what I was gonna say is, now hear me out. I really love the crushing blows, but only the
I hated
visual,
it.
not the requirements, not the random down twos,
Dude,
none of that stuff.
crushing blows, man. I love
Listen,
that.
I like the visual. I think they should bring the visual of crushing blows back, not like random down to
Maybe make it
grab, thirty
faster
percent
though.
grab
Like
crushing blows. I just really enjoyed that little transition
maybe
or
it has
how
like a
sick it
counter hit
looked.
system, like a real one, not a fake one, like MK11.
Yes,
But
exactly.
also
Not
make it quicker because I think some of them were like 3 seconds. Maybe make it like 1 second. You just see a quick animation of their bone breaking.
Go back
So
to X-rays,
yes,
man. No, too many. Well, yeah, you're a fan of the visual, not the actual crushing blow
fan of the
itself. But
visual, not the actual requirements. Not like,
1K11 had too many hand-holding mechanics,
oh, 100%.
which was the problem.
Well, I'm
It
saying
had
if they do
crushing blow
bring
with
back the
comeback
visual,
mechanic.
they would have to make it faster. Like maybe like 1 second. You just see it instead of it being 3 seconds.
Hmm.
Yeah, 100%.
And on console, it
It's
was
just the
even worse. It
visual.
was like 5 seconds long when you got hit by crushing blow because of all the lag.
Yeah, the lag, and there's like, oh my god, and then the finish him screen after, and then some moves. Don't get me started. But that's what they need to do. Bring back just the visual, okay, on certain things like or like on counters or something like that.
Yeah, but
And
honestly,
also,
every move should have a counter hit. Like I'm not trying to see Liu Kang randomly flying kick full screen and get a counter hit into like 80% combo. It's a bit stupid.
but that's crazy. I mean, just yeah, just the visual, not the damage, not the requirements, none of that shit. Just
Okay,
the
yeah.
visual
To see
only.
that
Like,
someone got hit pressing.
yeah, or not even, yeah, or just yeah, exactly. Or like, for example, I think they should bring back UMK3 uppercut stage transitions back. Like something like that. You go up into a stage and then boom, like neutrals reset, something like that. Like some little cool visual like that.
Okay, I
Like
see. Yeah,
little things like
yeah, but
that.
you're
Nothing
not talking
like
about getting hit by like a random. But you're not talking about getting hit by like a random Liu Kang flying kick and lose 30%.
exactly, or a
Okay.
random fucking grab where you didn't tech right. Now you lost 35% from a grab, or a down two crushing blow because they're just like fuzzy guarding, or none of that shit. None of that. None of that.
Yeah, I'm honestly good on the whole crush and blow system.
Yeah, the
It's if
system, no. Visual, yes. I love the visual of it. But that's just me as a casual from a casual at heart, you know.
bro, like these
Also,
Jade
you
players.
know what really hurts the game is the problem is when they do these betas and they give you 3 characters, right? Like take MK11, right? They gave you like what 5 characters overall: Scorpion, Scarlet, Cabal,
Bro, Jade and Scarlet were
Jade,
complaining about like
Mirage,
crazy
right?
in the beta.
Right,
Yeah.
you gave those characters, all right? Those are you had, correct?
Yeah,
If I'm correct,
and
right?
Baraka, I think it
You had
was
like
6.
5 characters, right? 5 or 6 characters. You didn't have the other. You didn't have, let's say, Geras, for example, right? You didn't have Geras. So what happens is the game comes out, and then Geras is doing what Geras does, and because of that, no matter how much they try to nerf him, people are just so jaded on it at that point, right? If they even get hit by one crushing blow, and they're like, "Oh my god, fucking Geras still doing his dumb shit," and they're still going to complain and complain and
Yeah, people
complain.
want him deleted.
Whereas if you brought him out in the beta, he could do his Geras stuff, and then people would understand it's a beta. They would complain. You could then correctly tone him down at launch, and they wouldn't call for his execution, right? But the problem is when you bring him out and they have to go 6 months or 5 months of, 30 of the top 50, I think the math was, of every character, the top 32 had 16 Garruses in it on average, right? No matter what you do, they nerfed his backdash, not enough. They nerfed his 4-2-1-2, not enough, right? His down one, nerfed his,
There's his crush and
his up
blows, his
two. I mean, they
sand
nerfed
trap.
everything, and it just was never enough for people.
Yeah.
That's why he just got nerfed over and over and over and over again.
Nerfed his floss lock
However,
moves too.
exactly. However, had they released Geras as part of the beta, or we got the full access of the game as part of the beta, I mean, to access the beta, you will have had to purchased early access anyway. You bought the fucking game. At least in the closed beta anyway. You had put all those characters in there. You could be like, oh man, look at this problem here, right? And then they could just correctly tone him down without just, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take this. Took way too much. And then people would be like, yo, okay, yeah, they toned him down. It's okay.
Wait,
now.
didn't they nerf his HP too? Wait, did MK11 have characters different HP, or did MK1 start that? I forget. Some characters had less HP than others, right? In MK11, like the health points.
Yeah, as far as MK
Wait,
game,
didn't they have it?
in
No, I'm saying
Injustice too,
some
but it's not.
characters
in
had
Injustice?
different.
Yeah, but it's
I
not.
think that's an Injustice thing,
Oh, so MK11, everyone had
It's
the same
also
HP.
and that's another. MK11. I think didn't Shao Kahn have a little more?
Yeah, I think he did, but I'm forgetting. Didn't they nerf
I
Gears
think
HP? Because I remember didn't he have more HP at one point, like slightly more, like 1050 or something.
they nerfed it so many times, man. I mean, they really did.
Oh yeah,
nerf
okay,
Gears.
okay. So Chad said, Zico said, yeah, some characters have more HP, like RoboCop, Shao Kahn. I
Yeah,
think Gears
they
at one
did
point
nerf
had slightly more HP because he's like a big tanky character, and they also nerfed that.
yeah,
I think they gave him less HP because I know some characters had. Jackie had less HP than everybody, right? She had like 950 or something. Because they also nerfed that about her.
yeah. Oh yeah, because she was fucking stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think they did that to Gears as well. Yeah, Cassie had lower HP than everybody also for some reason. She wasn't even that good after they nerfed her a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they
Do you
also
remember?
nerfed Gears' HP, so damn, that character got a lot of nerf.
Do you remember
Yeah,
when
that
most
character was.
people that were crying to nerf Shiva were the Jackie Fujin players?
Yes.
And they were
Bro,
like,
we were watching a tournament 2 weeks ago, and on the commentators like, "Oh my god, what does Hayate do here? He's up against Shiva." Meanwhile, Hayate's playing Fujin, and the chat, everyone's like, "Oh my god, Shiva!" I'm like, "You guys have no idea. The character you're cheering against right now is gonna be the character that you're gonna hate for the rest of this game's life." Literally, Fujin. I
Yeah.
cannot believe people are rooting for like, what does the Fujin player do here? That's insane. I guess people just didn't know
and
better
that's
back
only
then.
because like normally those characters could just go airborne or do whatever without
Yeah,
thought.
and Tom, you know what else is
Instead-
crazy? In those matches, Fujin actually ended up beating a lot of Shivas. Like it was actually Shiva that had more losses against Fujin. Shiva didn't even win a tournament, like online. It was the other characters winning, and they still wanted Shiva gone.
Oh, because of that streamer.
It's because those players wanted it gone because that was the only character they just couldn't do their normal game, and you had to play around them. You had to play around Shiva Stomp. So to
Yeah.
them, it was like, this is stupid.
Even Fujin and
And it's-
Joker players and Jackies were having issues controlling her. They're like, no, this character could just do shit.
But that's what they do
Well,
to everybody else.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
like, your
That's the
character's
funny
like
part.
everybody else.
You can't even play footsies against Fujin, but he's like half screen normals, no hurt
Not like
boxes.
when they gave Johnny Cage his zoning variation, and the only people crying about it were the Cetrion
Oh
players.
my
Like,
god, that was.
why are we being outzoned? We're like, wait, hold up, dog. Like,
The only character they have to go in on.
Yeah. No, they really dropped the ball, man.
yeah.
And I don't even know. And we all know they already have some of the game worked on because, like Ed says, even before they even released their new game, they're already working on the back burner. So regardless of the whole like Netflix thing that's going on, they're still going to be able to push out one more. You know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah, it's going to
So
be an Injustice game with no budget, so it's going to be bad.
Why
it's
don't they just
crazy, dude.
remake Injustice 1 on us? They just remaster it. So that way they already know what's in the game instead of changing everything.
It's going to be a
Honestly,
bad
I would
Just
honestly,
remaster
I'm gonna
Injustice
be
1 with
dead.
rollback netcode and ranked.
I want to be so fucking dead honest with you, bro. Yeah, I would not fucking mind if they did that to like MK9 or like even
Yeah, me
MKX gave
neither.
us a
Like,
new patch,
does that
like a
seem
new
like
patch or something.
the safer route to go? Do that instead of making a brand new game from scratch with no budget? Because I feel like this is gonna be
Yeah,
a disaster.
it's gonna be bad. And I mean, even look at Overwatch. Well, they literally just dropped 5 new characters, and then they're gonna drop 10 more characters, and they switched it from
Wait,
Overwatch 2 back to Overwatch. They're like, we're just
wait,
gonna take away the 2. Now it's Overwatch again.
wait. Are you serious? So the whole
Dead,
Overwatch 2 that happened, they
dead
reverted it,
fucking,
or like nobody liked that shit. Let's bring it back. No way.
dead fucking serious. Dead
That's
fucking serious. And I'm like,
crazy. Yo,
yeah.
I give that company props for doing that. That takes balls to do. Be like, you know what? All this shit was fucked. Let's pretend it never happened. Let's go back to how the ways when you guys liked it. They really did that.
Yeah, bro. They literally
Damn,
just
I
announced
never
it
even
today.
liked Overwatch, but that I'm kind of hyped for that because that takes balls to do.
It does, and I'm like,
NRS should do that.
honestly,
Just fuck this new game they're working on. Do a remaster of MK9 just as one rollback, Kombat League, everything. Maybe a like, extra patch, balance changes. That would be better to do instead of a new brand new game, which we have no idea what the hell it's even going to consist of.
exactly 100,000%. I would not mind like if they start touching up like MKX a little bit, maybe
Yeah,
fixing some
MKX
things.
needs a Kombat League, bro, because it's kind of like when you go to play it, you really need someone to play with because the first to one ranked is some garbage trash, and then the player matches are
Yeah,
hit or miss. The annoying thing
yeah,
about player matches, you'll match up against people. They don't want to play you because they're like, oh, you don't have enough wins to challenge me, so they sit there and wait. It's just annoying. That game desperately needs
yeah,
like a Kombat League, so people could actually grind
yeah,
it.
yeah, 100,000%. And like I know it's like coding and stuff like that, but it will be a lot cheaper. Like throw in some of those mechanics from MK11 defensively for MKX, or make push block not fucking
Yeah,
cost
or yo,
all my meter and all my stamina. Go fuck yourself.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
I think you were there when we were discussing this because it was a lot while ago. I think a good change for block breaker would be an MKX. Make it cost 1 bar of your meter and all of your stamina, but not your opponent's stamina. So you can use it as a get off me, but then your opponent, if they want to run in or jump, they can kind of do that.
right,
Like I feel like that'd be
right.
fair. But two
And if you have
bars
three,
is crazy.
yeah, and if you have 3 bars, you use it to push block, and then you still have 2 bars after that to do a breaker if you do get caught again in a
Yeah, but
combo. It's
remember,
like fuck, that's
don't
sick.
you need stamina to break in that game? I think, or no, I
Yeah,
forget.
so once your stamina comes back, eventually, you still have your 2 bars. It's
Yeah,
like
but
fuck.
I don't know why it was 2 bars. That's crazy. We were
Yeah, it
even
was
saying in the
crazy.
beta it was useless. We're like, no one's going to use this unless it's chip out and it's their last option. But aside from that, you're barely going to see this mechanic.
And
Yeah,
we've literally seen
it's
it once in a tournament. I think it was Michelangelo. It was somebody. They were using Quan Chi, and they ended up dying anyways.
Yeah,
I was just like,
because bro, I remember in the beta they accidentally changed it to make it easier to do because I forgot who someone was trying to play and they were like, why is this so hard to do? And then the next day we got it. And every match was accidental block break. Chris She's like, yo, what is this? Why am I getting this random move? And then we had to show them. Remember
yeah,
that time we had to get a change and we were like, dude, the buffering
yeah.
is crazy on
What
this.
actually happened was an artist the night before was just mashing forward in L's buttons, and he kept getting block breaker by accident. So Ed Boon,
yeah,
in his infinite wisdom, decided, let me not ask the guest testers about it, who I brought in for this purpose. I'm going to make the decision that it needs to change. So they made it up and block.
Oh my god.
So what happens is we're trying to jump, and sometimes it's going off by accident. We're trying to block something and jump, and we're like, what is this?
Yeah, Chris She was heated
what
about
was it?
that
Again?
shit.
Oh, you talking about flawless
And,
block up to?
No, we're talking about MKX
and
when
it,
you would block a string or try to jump or something, you get block breaker because they changed the input.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, yeah. Fuck.
so
One
we
time
had to,
I was
it
playing
was
against
tough.
Chris
No,
G. I was using like Fair Tour and he was playing Kung Jin, whatever. And I was like neutral jump punch spam zoning him. He would try to block my neutral jump punch and then jump in the air before me to like air to air me because Fair Tour is a slow neutral punch. But when he would block my neutral jump punch, he would try to like hold jump out of it to come out with a jump and he'd get block part. He was like, yo, what is this? Why am I losing all my meter? And then we had to complain and get it changed.
that was tough
Fuck.
because Ed was like, well, hold on now, because we were like, okay, well, why don't you make it something that can never happen accidentally, such as what it ended up being, block, then forward and
Flip stand.
stand switch. And Ed Boon goes, he puts the control and he goes, but my one hand, I'm holding it and then tapping forward, and then my other finger has. So now I'm kind of doing the two hands, and maybe that's too hard. And we're like, Ed,
Bro.
yeah,
He was
it
like,
was
"Were you
that
telling
Yeah,
me I
bad.
gotta
bro.
use my other finger to press the L2 button?" We're like, "Yo, is that dude trolling right now? Or is
No,
he
that was
serious?" Bro,
actually,
that was
yeah.
crazy. I remember when he was looking at the strings, he's like, "What are these Takeda strings? Forward 1+2? Oh man, that's I gotta talk Paul get a change to be
Yeah,
forward
that's
one."
nice.
And we're like,
He
"No,
did
don't
that.
please don't do
Yeah,
that. You're making the game even easier to play. Don't." He was trying to get rid of every
yeah,
input string that required more than one input, so everything was just forward one, forward 2 2, forward 3. We're like, dude, that would have made the game 100 times worse.
yeah.
Fuck, that's hilarious, dude. Honestly, bro, I just
And
want MK to be MK again, bro. Doesn't have to be 9, doesn't have to be X. But when you
That's what
do
I'm
have
saying.
great
Like,
formula, when you do have great formulas, don't not use them.
But it's good you bring
Incorporate them
that
into
up
your game.
because, like I said, instead of them making this new game, if they wanted to, they could just do a remaster of MK9 and Justice 1 MKX together, all Kombat League, all
Yeah, bro.
whatever. I think that'd be the way to do it until they, get figured out the whole company situation and then start working on the next game.
Yeah, I 100%. I would not be mad at it, bro. I honestly would not be
Yeah,
mad
I
at it.
wouldn't because
They
a
are
lot of people have never gotten to play these games like with good netcode.
yes, good net code, Combat League. More players are gonna come to the game. More players will buy their games. It's like it's
Mhm.
fucking insane,
And
dude.
if
I
they
would not
want,
honestly not be mad at that,
yeah, and if they want, they can even update the graphics too. But don't
dude. And
like.
then if they
I'm not
spend,
trying to see MKX characters with man buns though. Like, let's not like make them MK1 style, but
yeah,
keep them how they
leave
look
MK1
in
where
the
it's
tone.
at.
Yeah, but if they want to update the graphics, they can. But I do not want to see the characters change from how they looked in Justice One MK9 MKX to be how they look in the current
Yeah,
MK1.
yeah, bro. Honestly, they'd be perfectly fine. Honestly, they have the mechanics in their other games, and you could just literally. I know it's not easy, but it'll be way less. Monetary in the monetary department, and you can code those in. And like I said, it's not easy. I get it. It's not, hey, just get in there and do it. I understand that. But it's a lot less time consuming than creating a new game. Oh, and then trying to strike lightning in a bottle, doing some random new thing again. It's like, save
Right.
yourself the trouble. Save
Oh,
yourself the
Deb, do
stress,
you know what's
okay?
crazy also? Now that you mentioned that, they could even add DLCs to the games if they wanted to. Spice
Dude,
things
I was
up.
just gonna fucking say
Like,
that.
can we get Jason in MK9 or maybe Freddy in MKX? That would be
Yeah, that
sick.
would be great. Honestly, that would be amazing. I would love that. It's like, fuck, dude.
You know
You
what,
guys
actually?
really, they'll
Damn,
pay
now,
for it. People will pay for it.
yeah, I wouldn't be mad spending $60 on that, actually, because I know what I'd be getting into.
Mhm.
But you know what? I'm going to go there now since we mentioned that. I want to see a Terradrome game from them, all horror characters.
Oh,
That would
Terradrome
be
was
more
sick.
interesting than Injustice 3.
If anyone could do it, it's them. But I that game was sick. Honestly, I love watching that game. Never played it, but I love watching it.
Yeah, but I'm saying like if NRS designed like a not make Terradrome, but like their own version of like a horror fighting game, that I think that would blow up.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, 100,000%, bro. It would blow up. It would. The only thing that concerns me, not about that, is that for their next game, I don't know if you know of the comic run that's going on right now, with DC. It's called DCKO.
What's that?
So it's a new comic line with DC, and it incorporates Homelander, Sub Zero, Raiden, Annabelle, like the horror Annabelle doll from
Really?
freaking
In
the movies.
DC?
Yeah, and they're like in a tournament. They're in a tournament, like a Mortal Kombat tournament. Not that it's Mortal Kombat, but like the rules are
Like a
kind of like
fight
the
to
same
death?
way. Yeah, and like
Oh
I
shit.
believe like each character can like bring kind of like some secret war shit. Like whoever wins gets like this planet or some type of shit. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like each character can bring like a weapon with them. And like Superman has brass knuckles, and each brass knuckle has a power of a sun. So he has like four suns on his fucking fist.
Damn.
So it's like, yeah, and they're incorporating. I'm like, fuck. I hope they're not making like another MK versus DC, type of thing. Because I'm like, oh
That
shit.
you know
Because this is
what?
the first time. Go ahead.
We all think it's Injustice 3. What if it's literally MK vs DC 2?
That's what I'm saying.
3D community gonna be
That's
mad,
With no
Deb?
funding, it would be a disaster. With no funding, it would be a
Yeah,
disaster.
it's like you guys thought MK vs DC was shit back then. Wait till you see MK vs DC 2 in 2026.
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine.
And if it was just a reboot with them fixing some things, that wouldn't be bad.
Actually, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good idea. They could reboot MK vs DC, remake
Yeah.
it, and touch up on it instead of designing something from scratch with who knows what kind of wacky mechanics they're gonna add now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would come
Yeah,
out of
that would work.
retirement just to whoop Check's ass at every tournament.
Oh my god, bro! Check. You know what? I feel like for MK vs DC, that should be the tag game for the Mortal Kombat series. Make it 2v2. It makes sense for that, or 3v3.
Yeah.
But make it an actual tag game, not like the fake tag.
Yeah. No, me and Michelangelo, because we talk a lot. He loves that like the pro moves in there because it like takes skill. It's like a just frame. Remember MKDC? Like
Some of
what
them are
Jaxie did
hard.
the guy. Yeah, and I was like, dude, that would be sick. Like, say, like, I'm going a little bit back to I was talking about the visuals of the crushing blow, like, down to UMK3 stage transition, like a little quick one. Like, what if you inputted like a pro move and you could kind of get like a little combo juggle,
Oh, that's
kind of
actually
similar to
sick.
how
So
Tekken.
during the crush and blow, like the fast crush and blow animation, you have time to input something to do like a follow up, and depending how good your input is what you get out of it. Like follow up, that'd be
Yeah,
actually kind of
yeah,
sick.
but that would be sick. But I was speaking more on off of the transition, like the uppercut into like another stage. But that would be cool too. But have it do like minimal damage,
Yeah.
100,
Oh
like
no, no, I don't mean
20%
like.
max.
Let's say you get hit by a shadow kick from Jade, right? It's crush and blow. I don't mean like during that 1 second animation you input something and now it does like 30 instead of 20. But what it could do is depending what you input, she'll do like a quick animation out of it, and then it'll either launch them after you go for a combo, or it'll put them like in a sun state. We can get like a bigger combo, things like that. It could be interesting.
Yeah, no, that would be perfectly fine. I think that would be sick. See, I was speaking off of the stage transition. See, you're thinking. See, that's why great. That's why we're all working together. See,
Yeah, these
like
are
your
actually both
ideas
no,
are
but
even
these
even
are
better.
really good ideas. Yeah, because then you turn crush and blow annoying system into something that would actually be somewhat enjoyable.
Yeah, and it's not just the system. Okay, it's just the visuals for me. Okay, I hated this. The system sucked,
Yeah, no,
but the
I hated the crush and
visuals.
blows too. I used to rage about them in Kombat
Yeah.
League all the time.
Well, they were bad. I just loved the little
But I
because
remember
like
one
we don't
match I
really
got hit
get
by
X
3 crush
rays.
and blows by Jade, and I was like, what did I even just play?
You're like fucking GGs, man.
Shit with shadow kick crush and blow into that string whiff into crush and blow into down to. I'm like, dude, just win the game.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy. What NRS
Yeah.
put in that game, bro? What is Dave doing? He told us 9 p.m. Now it's 10 p.m. Like, we have to reschedule or what?
Well, it's
Oh,
okay either
wait.
way. I think we're getting some good
I
ground covered right now.
What I don't understand is Dave couldn't make it tonight. Why didn't he just tell us, yo, I can't make it tonight, instead of telling us to show up at 9 instead of 8? I'm like confused.
I guess life happens.
No, yeah, it does, but I wish like he would have given us a heads up.
No, yeah, I know. No, I feel it. Yeah, man. They have the great tools for it. I honestly would not be bad at that. NRS, if you do ever come across this, this just update your games. Like pull an Overwatch. Not that I don't respect you, but I would respect you so much if you did that. Like
I still can't believe Overwatch is doing that.
just
So
do.
wait a minute. Hold on. So trace back to what you said 10 minutes ago with Overwatch. Is it out now, or
Yeah,
is it currently in the works that they're doing? That's coming out.
I think it's those 5 characters are coming out. I think this month, like real soon, and then they have 15 more characters, or it's 10 more
These are
characters
brand
that
new
they're going to be
characters or
releasing.
characters from Overwatch 1?
Brand new DLC
Oh,
characters.
damn. That
Like,
many?
granted, some of them are ripped from Marvel rival characters, like Phoenix. There's this character that's just like Phoenix, and her alt is literally just like Phoenix, diving kamikaze fucking Phoenix firestorm.
Oh,
Literally the
okay.
same thing, but that's totally fine. It's fine. It's cool. It's okay. And then but like they're doing it, and then they said that we're also going to be updating some of these other characters as well that are already out there, and then we're just going to take off Overwatch 2 and we're just going to replace it with just Overwatch. And I'm like, damn, bro, like they did that.
That
This
is
is
so.
crazy.
But right now, it's still called Overwatch 2, right? Until this update comes out this month.
I believe so. Yeah, I believe the update's coming out this month. I believe. I think
Damn, that's kind of
real
crazy.
fucking soon. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I
huge
wouldn't be
by
mad,
them.
honestly.
I didn't really follow the
Hmm.
whole Overwatch 2 stuff, but I guess Overwatch 2 is really bad that they had to walk it back.
Yeah, I only played it with like my coworkers a few months ago because they wanted me to play it because I play a lot of Marvel Rivals. They're like, just play it, and I was like, all right. And it was fun. It was fun. It was cool because I like Marvel Rivals. It's very
Yeah, I heard people
similar,
say because Marvel
and I
Rival
know
is
it's
kind of looks like a. That's the funny you mentioned that. It looks like a modernized Overwatch in a way, which is with the
yeah.
shields and healing.
Obviously they ripped from the Overwatch system for sure, hundred
It's not
percent.
Overwatch is
But
ripping
it's
them
like
back. They're like, oh yeah, well we're gonna take your characters too. Yeah,
exactly,
that's just
yeah, yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Which is tight. I'm just like, that
Yeah,
is
that's
kind of
kind of
crazy.
hype.
Like, you know what? That is crazy. Yeah. So it's tight. It's
But yeah, I
crazy.
never thought about, but it's true. Overwatch. I mean, Marvel Rival is kind of like a modernized Overwatch.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It really is, and it's like third person too. It's hella fun. I kind of treat it like a fighting game because there's just characters that you can just. They have animation cancels and stuff, so you can make your
Oh,
moves come out a
really?
little bit faster. Yeah, dude,
Yeah, I
it's
never
sick.
tried Marvel Rivals.
It's hella fun. I mean, especially if you love a Marvel like the IP. So, I love Marvel. I mean, I'm a DC guy, but I love the Marvel IP for sure,
Yeah, I never
hundred
really played
percent.
much Overwatch either. I think I mean, I had it way back on Blizzard because they had like a sale.
Yeah,
This is like way back in like 2018 or something, and I only had like 3 hours on the game, so I didn't play it much.
I literally never played it until this year, or like obviously last year with my coworkers, and that was it. And I was just like, it's not too bad. It's pretty fun. But that Rivals is hella fun. I love that game. It's hella fun. The animation councils is what that's why I really liked God of War. They were doing combos. You're doing like your regular combos that you can do on the game that you learn. And then they have animation cancels where you're doing like Mortal Kombat combos. Like and the characters are just not leaving the air. They're just in the air. They're not hitting the ground.
Yeah,
Like
like
it's
timing
crazy.
shit. That sounds like KI manuals in a way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. So yeah, it's sick. But I just I need NRS to just, you know, put the big boy pants on and just
Yeah,
fucking get
well, I
out there
mean,
and
I don't know.
do
Are
their
we
thing.
getting a game later this year from NRS, or are we waiting another 4 years like the MK11 Demi one?
Well, it has to be
It's either
before the merger happens.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you think maybe this year?
I say
Yeah.
announcement this year.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I say
Well,
announcement,
if
but
it's not just a
if
stream,
they
maybe
actually
the
have a
MK vs
game,
DC thing.
I mean maybe because that run is like really huge right now. It's fucking
And
crazy.
like you said, that
And like
the DC tying with Annabelle and Homelander, I guess we'll do that.
yeah, Sub Zero, Raiden. Like Sub Zero and Raiden were going against
Oh yeah, I
like Plastic
forgot. They're
Man
like
and
canon now in DC, Sub-Zero, and Raiden, and Scorpion, right?
they're finally like yeah, and this is the first time they're actually canon in DC comic books. Like
Yeah,
so it's
so then
like
they're gonna be in
they're
there.
going
Yeah,
against like so it's like fuck. I think they added Scorpion too. Don't quote me,
yeah, because
but
Scorpion's remember he's
it's
in
fucking.
Injustice 1, so it's only him, Raiden, Sub-Zero that are MK DLCs.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. In DC gaming, you're right. And they're going against like Plastic Man and what's his name? Um,
What's his
like
power?
Black Lightning. Black Lightning.
Oh, okay.
Is that his name? The one that you swap with Raiden, the skin on Injustice 2, I think. Is
Oh,
that his name?
Static X? Static X?
No, no, not Static Shock. I think it's Black Lightning.
Black Lightning.
Anyways, they fight
Oh, that
the
premiere
comic.
skin for Raiden. Why did I say Static X? I mean, it's Static Shock, I think.
Yeah, Static Shock.
Yeah, I said Static
But
X.
yeah, it
That's
was
that old
sick.
ass band.
That's like the most requested DLC character for Injustice 2. Him and
Static
Beast Boy.
Shock.
Yeah, Static Shock and
I used to
fucking
watch
Beast
that
Boy
show.
were like
They had a Static Shock cartoon show way back.
that shit was tight. It was
Yeah, I used
tight
to
back
watch
then.
that.
Yeah, he had like the yellow mask and the dreads. He was tight.
Yep, and he used the garbage pail as like with his electric powers to fly around.
Yeah, yeah, it was fucking sick. Yeah, bro. I don't know.
So
I just
I don't want to keep you guys waiting because I feel bad. Like this whole situation happened again. I feel like Dav's getting the short end of the stick here. But like, do you guys want to just, I guess, pick another night to do this?
we can honestly. I'm cool with it.
Yeah,
Are
just
you
text me and
are
let
you
me
okay
know.
with
And
that,
I'll
Tom? Which night do you guys think you'd be able to do? I'll
do it
just tell.
tomorrow. Dave's free. I don't know what Dab's doing.
Yeah, if you guys are.
I'm off Friday. I work tomorrow, but I could do next week too.
Well, first let's find out what days Dave is free, and
Yeah.
then
Okay. So
Yeah.
would this Friday work for you, Tom? Or and if not, then I guess we could do a day next week.
I don't know about Friday.
Okay. Well, I
Friday's
guess
kind of tough.
yeah, we could do. Which day were you guys thinking next week? Like which
Monday, I could do Monday. I could do Tuesday.
Tuesdays? I could do Tuesday. What about you, Deb?
Yeah, I'm off Tuesdays as well.
Okay, so we could try to shoot for Tuesday night, 8 p.m. EST, and I'll hit up Dave and see. I
Mhm.
don't know what the hell's going on. I mean, Tom, you got the
Yeah.
text also earlier, right? Dave said he couldn't make it could delay it until 9 p.m. Like, because we're in a group chat, so I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, sorry about that, man.
Mhm.
No, dude, it's all good. You know, I got to talk to you guys. Haven't talked to you guys in a while. And it's totally fine. I'm
No,
not.
this was
I
actually
take
an
no.
interesting chat, even though, you know, like, it was actually a pretty interesting chat.
Yeah. No, not at all.
Yeah.
Of course, we can definitely.
He's definitely like in a bad spot right now, man. Like I don't think I've ever seen MK. It hasn't been this bad since until like it's like back when it was now after MK4. It's in
I was
like
gonna
kind of
say
like
we
a
could go through a whole
place.
midway crisis where we don't get a game for a while. We could. It's
Yeah, that's
very
what I was
possible.
thinking. Maybe it's gonna be 4 years.
We're
Like it
definitely
did.
gonna get injustice. But I mean,
I kind of hope it's
Yeah.
MKYZC2 just so it's
Yeah.
something newish and not Injustice again. But honestly,
Just,
Injustice
just,
1
just keep the
remaster
pace.
would be
Just,
hype.
just keep the pace. Just keep the pace fast, honestly, because right now the pacing from MK11 and MK1, I'm so fatigued out of it. Honestly, I feel like the pacing's just Injustice 2, MK11, MK1. It's just so
Dude,
bad.
the
Honestly,
slow
even the
strings in
combos, the string.
MK1 kill me. The slow, when you clip someone
I
out of the air
thought
in
MK11
MK1,
was the slowest game.
dude, it's
I
not.
thought it was the slowest game. I did not mean to cut you
I
off.
was like,
I thought it was
oh
the
no, you're
slowest
fine.
game, and I'm playing MK1. What the fuck is this shit?
Dude, I was raging Kombat League the other day because I was playing Omni-Man. I was like clipping people out of the air and they were recovering time to hit me. I'm like, they gotta, for the next game, get rid of these slow, clunky strings you throw out. And if people hold up, they get hit, they touch the ground, they punish you. Or you gotta like block a mix up because you're still recovering. That stuff needs to go.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's
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 not, it's not
horrible.
So
And
fun
then
to
you go
do
slow,
back.
moves
dude.
and be stuck in all this recovery and animation.
Yeah, the pacing is just off, bro. The pacing is so bad.
Yeah, it's
It's so
almost
bad.
like
The
it makes
strings
you
are
not want to
so
press
slow.
buttons or
You
do
go
any
back.
kind of moves because everything takes so long to recover.
Yeah, and you go back and you play MK11, which I thought was the slowest MK game. It's significantly faster. And
Yeah.
why? Because just the
Mm.
strings alone are more snappier and are faster. And you're like, fuck.
Yep.
I thought this game was slow, which it's still
Bro, I
slow.
was playing Fujin
But
last week. I'm like, damn, Fujin has good movement. His strings recover fast. I'm like, this game is a lot faster than MK1. And I thought Omni Man felt fast in MK1. I'm
yeah,
like, I just haven't played MK11 Rip Kicks in a while. When I tried those last week, I was like, wow, these games feel a lot quicker. I remember we were complaining MKX felt slower than
right?
MK9. But it's crazy how I guess every game they make things slightly longer.
Yeah. But it was great. I had so much fun with MKX, even though you know we all wanted to be like 9 or whatever. But they, you know, they got the lightning in the bottle with that one, and some of us didn't. Some of us from MK9 didn't like it, and that's fine. But the ones that we ended up liking it, it was good. And ESL was like so amazing.
I forgot about
Online,
Yeah,
it
ESL.
was kind
ESL
of
is fun.
it was tough
Yeah, the
online,
problem
but
is ESL didn't come around until the netcode was the netcode was
yeah,
always bad. I mean, MKX's netcode for start that was inexcusable, man. It's like,
Yo,
it
dude,
was bad.
that's actually depressing when you think about that. When they had the ESL for MK, they never had it with the good netcode. That's a shame.
Mhm.
Fuck.
Zico said,
Dude, do you
"Do a
remember
first
when
to
they
10 with Rio." I don't think Tom plays MK1 anymore.
no, dude, do you remember when they gave us GGPO and the Scorpion, what was it? The Inferno player is the one that had the demon
Oh
minions.
my god, that version
Thought they
died as
nerfed
soon as that
Scorpion.
netcode.
They were
That's
like,
such.
"Yo, they made his forward four overhead slower, and they made the minions slower, but
Yeah.
because you could react."
Oh my
Yo, that
God,
shit was crazy. I
Scorpion.
remember they were like, "Why'd they stealth nerf?" And then like, who was it? I think it was Paul or someone came out like, "Hellfire." I mean, not Hellfire. Was Inferno wasn't changed at all. That netcode's just better now, so these moves aren't as good as they function
Yeah,
similar offline where they were
Bro,
never
who was that?
good. That's crazy. I
yeah.
Who,
totally forgot
who was
about
that
that.
one player? That one Scorpion player, Angel or something,
Oh my
doing that
god, that dude was
fucking
demolishing people online. That when that netcode came out, that dude never beat anyone ever again. That shit, like, his Scorpion
dude.
died. Bro. I remember him in ESL. He was running train on people. He would run up, do down 4 into overhead thing, forward 4 into low. People were getting mixed. I remember what Slayer was playing against him in ESL. He was like, "Bro, what is this shit?" He's like, "This is not even real. This is
Yeah,
just doing random shit. And I can't block it." That shit was cracking
yeah,
me up, dude. Dude, I remember
yeah. It
Zakos
was
got
nuts,
so
bro.
heated one time in an ESL match. He was like, "I just lost to our worst player ever." I'm like, "What happened?" He was just doing shit. I couldn't react, jumping, and then He fatality'd me. I'm like, damn, dude. ESL
You see,
was crazy.
it really was though. Like, fuck, dude, that's hilarious.
Sad.
Not
It's
as
sad ESL
crazy
didn't
as
come back when the Neko got fixed.
Yomi was the craziest thing ever, man.
Yomi was so
True.
cool.
Never,
If I
never.
didn't have a daughter, I didn't have a kid at the time, like I would have been over there with you guys. I talked to what's his
I'll
name about
never
it.
forget it when they had the ranking board.
Yeah, Yomi was crazy. Oh, dude, there was so much drama around that ranking board. So much drama.
I was like, you guys are retarded. And Michelangelo go, I was like, hold on, let me get this straight, Mike. So you have Zyfox rated the worst and Denzel rated the best. He goes, yes. So I go, so by this chart, there will never be a tournament in which Zyfox beats Denzel. He was like, absolutely not. And then I was like, Zyfox, why aren't you doing this block infinite with Liu Kang? They're like, well, they told me not to use this variation. I'm like, are you high? It's a block infinite. So then he played Denzel, block infinite him, and won. And I was like, Mike, you know that stupid chart you have at Yomi? You know how dumb you are right now? I like, oh man. And it was so toxic. Like, they really didn't respect Zyfox.
I mean, in a way,
So
Zyfox
like,
kind of used it to get motivated. But yeah, the chart was kind of stupid.
and
Because it was
they
people walking and be
literally,
like, what does this mean? Oh, this means who are the good players and who are the shit players. Like, basically.
yeah, and like obviously like DJT always respects everybody and Malik, but like, dude, they literally had Zyfox playing the wrong variation. Like, and I was like, bro, are they sabotaging this dude? I was like,
No, I think they actually wanted
what
Zyfox
is
to play Dragonfire, but Zyfox was a believer in Flameless. Like, he wanted to show people that you could actually win with it.
no way, man. If he knew he had those block infinites, no
Yeah. Oh
way.
no, Dragonfire was stupid though. That variation was like super mega brain. We used to call it Loop Kings. It was just broke as hell. Block infinites.
Yeah, but then yeah, it was good when they had that bug when everything stacked twice. But then
Yeah,
they
remember?
fixed
And then
it.
they nerfed the hell out of it. Yeah, because I
Oh
was doing
my
like 50%
god, when you can
combos.
count, when you can 2-in-1. You mean the
That shit
2-in-1?
was that shit was crazy.
Yeah,
Zyfox actually found all
Yes,
that
yeah.
though.
they
He
And
were.
was
the
making
EX,
videos
the
about it, and
EX
then
and,
they nerfed it.
I think you had to use 2 bars
you
to do it,
couldn't
right?
interrupt it. And the EX cancel had the same properties as the regular cancel, so he didn't even need to
Yeah.
EX it. And then it stacked the damage
Yeah, it
twice.
was weird. It would like give you a free EX off regular EX because it was like the way it was coded. There's something wrong
Yeah,
with it. But yeah,
You
Zyfox was
know,
actually the one that found all that, like all the tech for Flame Fist.
yeah.
business wise, would they be able to actually do that? Like, go back and update their other games?
Well, here's the
Like, do they
They
have
problem:
the
could.
right
They
to
could
do that?
the higher
update
ups will probably look at that, and be like, "No, you already sold Injustice years ago. No one's gonna care to buy that again." So they're probably gonna like shut it down.
Mhm.
As much as others would want to do
That's
it,
true.
unless they can convince the higher ups that
could if they
they can
wanted to.
monetize it and make it like explode with money because that's all they care about.
Yeah.
I mean, what they should do is what
Insane.
Capcom does. Okay, fuck a remaster. How about this? Do what Capcom does. Remake Injustice 1 from everything. Just copy the same shit, remake a new graphic. Because you know Capcom does with Resident Evil. They remake RE1, remake RE2, and the shit sells millions.
Yeah.
They could do that instead of remastering it, remake it so that they try to keep characters as similar as the Injustice 1 as possible, but the graphics are remade. They add new moves. Everything is remade from scratch. So that way, that would probably sell better. You could probably convince them to do that.
Wait.
Because I could see them not
Yeah, that does make
thinking a
sense. Yeah.
remaster would not make money, and they wouldn't be down for NRS doing that. But a remake might be different. But they gotta fix those walk speeds in
Yeah,
Injustice
that does
1,
make
man.
sense.
Like the walk speeds are so bad, they have to fix them. Can we not walk 2
Honestly, if they
inches
just
per
pick
mile?
up if they pick up the pace, make things a little bit faster, honestly, they'll be fine. Like, obviously some things need to be fixed too, 100%. And I think if you're gonna have some sick ass fucking moves only locked to a fucking certain mode, don't do that again. Just give us the moves. Starfire had this move. It looked like fucking Michael Jordan just fucking slam
What the
dunking on
hell?
somebody. I don't know if you've seen it.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, she
No.
goes like slow motion, and she fucking just dunks on you. Like, even Red Hood. Red Hood had the best customizable moves. I don't know if you've seen him, but like he did things like You remember his lunge where he'd lunge at you and then
Mhm.
you enhance it, meter burn it, and you
Yeah.
shoot you? Used to be fucking ridiculous. Safe. If it hits you on the hit, he rolls you. He like rolls you and pops you up for a launcher. It
Oh
was
shit, this sounds kind
sick.
of crazy.
So sick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I never
he
messed with
had
the
a lot of
Injustice 2
cool shit. He had
customs.
yeah, they were ridiculously good.
Yeah. Luckily, Injustice 1 didn't have that.
Their best moves were in there.
Yeah, that's crazy they did that. I remember Justice 1 didn't
Yeah,
have that. Justice 1, all your moves were with your character. You didn't have to like pick.
yeah, yeah, which was great for sure.
Mhm.
But they had some sick fuck. I think Hellboy had a low grab. Like he'll grab you, he'll snag you by your foot and launch you. Like there was some sick shit in that game. They had some really cool shit. It's like fuck, dude, you guys left the good shit out. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, and a lot of people just play tournament mode, so they never got to see them.
Yep. What are you gonna do though, man? It's horrible. And I see shit like that. I'm like, dude, Anarus has what it takes, but it's like you guys don't make it happen. Are
People
the
just
higher
need
ups
to
really
ditch
on your
the
neck about you releasing the
customs.
game?
Yeah, they just gotta ditch customs, in my opinion.
No, oh yeah, they have to, 100%.
Like, what I don't understand is, you know how Tekken makes characters have 100 different strings and normals? How about NRS just make characters have 100 different
100.
specials? Just take it to the next level. Make characters have 100 different specials or 50 different specials.
It's crazy, and it's crazy too, because like in Tekken, like you have like 100 and something moves, but you're only really using like 12. But it's like
Yeah,
still, you have so many options if you wanted to. Like, and it's you can play it,
that's true.
you can use it, catch someone off guard, whatever. Fucking sick.
Yeah, it's not locked away in like
I
a
wish I
different
had.
mode.
Yeah, for me personally, I wish I had enough. Maybe my mindset. I just wish I really would take it seriously because Tekken. I love the music. I love the theme. It's sick. It's fun. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Then you get hit by
Just
that heat into mix up, and it's like, damn.
Danny,
MK.
like, damn, never mind. I'm gonna go play. I'm gonna go play God of War, Marvel Rivals, real quick. Yeah, it's not the same though. Honestly, fighting games are just they're not the same right now. Honestly, I enjoyed Marvel Tokon though.
No,
I
they're
love the
not.
Marvel Tokon.
I wonder what fighting games are gonna look like 10 years from now, like all the new ones out. Like what the meta is gonna be and how they play. Are they gonna be easier, harder?
We're gonna be fuck. We're gonna be putting on fucking headsets and going 1v1 virtually. Jesus, I don't know. It's gonna be like Ready Player One, the movie.
But yeah, like 10, 20 years from now, I wonder how fighting games are gonna play.
I know, man.
Yeah, it'll definitely be weird, I think. I think that'll definitely be weird.
Seems like right now the main fighting game a lot of people care about is Street Fighter. Tekken 8 is, I've heard like nothing but
Street
bad
Fighter.
things about it.
It, you know what's crazy?
No,
Street
what I'm
Fighter is
saying, it feels
literally
like
the
right
MKX.
now. But I'm saying like right now, it feels like Street Fighter 6 is the only fighting game really carrying the whole like the fighting game franchise currently. Every other
Yeah,
fighting game, you hear
100%.
nothing
Because
but bad things about it.
when Capcom's on their shit, they're on their shit, dude. Whether they have their people and they're from their community have their gripes with the game, it's like it's literally the MKX of Street Fighter right now,
Really, is that
and
offensive?
it's fucking crazy.
I heard a lot of people complaining about it.
Yeah,
They already did like overhauls for Street Fighter 6 too. Like apparently when the game launched, a lot of people didn't like it because the parry was one button, parries everything. But now they made it so there's two different ways you have to parry, and instead of one thing parrying everything, now you have to guess like low or overhead or mid, kind of similar to Third Strike. So they've been like redoing systems for it. Seems like they're
yeah,
listening and
and
trying
then
to make it better.
yeah, and then when Alex drops, they're doing a overhaul. So it's like
Yeah, so that's I guess they're putting a lot of
shit.
effort into it. But yeah, aside
Yeah,
from
it's a
Street Fighter
pretty
6, it's
cool game,
crazy.
honestly.
Every fighting game is just you hear people saying it's either lackluster or not good or uninteresting. Factory Worker asks, "Is MK1 still good?"
I think it's good for
Um,
people who enjoy that style of play, but I don't think it's a good game. It has its moments. you have your moments with that game, but like I personally cannot grind it like I was able to grind the other games because I'm not attached to it, like I would.
I feel like
Some characters I'm attached
MK1's.
to. It's not the same though.
I feel like if MK1 is more fun if you play a top tier.
Yeah, possibly for sure.
I haven't tried it yet because I haven't played a top tier, but I think when I do learn a top tier, a game will be more enjoyable to play.
For me, it's just the pacing and the strings. It's like da 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 instead of da 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 da, and you're moving and you're grooving. It's like fuck. I don't like it.
The string animation and lag speed on everything definitely makes it feel annoying. I feel like sometimes it's not good to want to do a string or press anything because opponent may be jumping back or you clip them and then you're stuck in recovery. It's just better to wait for them to extend and do something and then punish them or play around what they're doing.
Yeah.
And dude, my name was supposed to
Yeah,
be a gimmick when I got into MK1. Like my name in that game is YOLO into Kameo, but people are literally doing that shit.
that's hella funny. Yeah,
Yellow and a
dude.
can.
Well, that's the thing too, bro. They like I said, they half-assed it. There's no defensive mechanics in the
And bro, the
game.
walkback Kameo
Unfortunately.
waiting for it to regen is crazy in that game. I don't understand how in MK11 there's less of walking back waiting for the meter regen compared to MK1. In MK1 it seems way worse. Like there's so much of that. I guess it's because you can't use breaker, you can't use your camera moves, you can't use certain wake ups if you don't have them available with regen and meter.
You got fucking what's that fucking cameo called? Not the ambush. Ones where you can't move. It's like
Oh, summons.
yeah. It's like I can't move. And
What's up,
I
Zeke?
get it. They pulled from what was it, Marvel superheroes? Whatever. Where they kind of posed when another character comes out. It's like
Or like Tower. That was also in Towers of Time. The summons, some of them.
just the thing is they were all in Towers of Time was all all of them were ambush. It's
Oh, they
like fuck.
were. I thought.
We would have been every single one of ambush.
Yeah, it's actually crazy. Actually, yeah, I don't like that either.
Fuck.
The poses they do during the summons, like, why is my character doing that?
You can't move. You can't move.
Yeah, no, but even some of
And,
the poses look goofy. Like your character, it's like, why is he
oh
even
yeah.
doing that pose when this character's coming in? Like, shouldn't you be helping or doing something else? Like, kind of weird.
Exactly. Yeah, it's literally like a downgraded version of the Tower of Time's assists. It's crazy. It's actually crazy.
Yeah, I didn't realize all the tower assists were ambushes.
Yeah, it's way funner. I went back to MK11. One of my videos like blew up on TikTok. I was like, let me go try this with MK11 because you can do like the assists
Mm-hmm.
on tower mode. And like I was like Terminator, did like 1-2-1 shotgun, called out Cabal, did the
Oh
spin. I
shit!
did 4-3. I did 4-3, let it whiff into the knee, so I got the crushing blow knee. And like I'm doing the combos. I'm like, oh my god, is this fucking sick? And then I started doing with Jax. I started posting them, and the video started blowing up. So like, they're like, wait, how do you do this on MK11? Are these cameos? I'm like, dude, this was like way
I mean,
better
kinda.
than fucking MK.
The assists in
Yeah, they are.
MK11 were crazy. I played Tower Time a couple times to get some skins. I remember the fart assist from Brighter was ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh fuck, that shit was ridiculously dumb.
Massive hitbox, it would hit them, they would be stunned for like forever.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, it's a shame, but I mean, the way I look at MK games is that all of them are like an acquired taste you have to build tolerance for. It's
Yeah,
kind of
you
hard
have
to
to.
say like which are better than others. It's either you have the tolerance to play it and you can deal with the BS and you enjoy it for what it is, or you play something else.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the same, bro.
No,
I miss.
no.
I tell you what. I miss competing. Miss going to tournaments, bro. I could be 50 years old, 60 years old, and if there's a sick fucking game, Mortal Kombat game out, I'm gonna go. I don't have to go and be fucking, you know what I mean, the best player out there. I'm gonna go because I love the game. I
That's
love
what's up, man.
the
Yeah.
franchise. I love the lore, and it's just and if it's fun, fuck, I'll be there. I'll be there, Grandpa Dab. I'll be there. But it's just
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
old
miss
man
going
got.
to
gosh.
Evo and stuff too. I've always had a fun time at Evo.
Yeah, and that's another thing too about Evo. It might be dead not too long from now because
Wait,
it's
really?
fucking like
How did
almost
Evo do?
$300. 300.
Oh yeah, the price is crazy
No,
actually.
it's like almost 200 some. It's like 200, almost $300 to fucking to
Wait,
attend,
for the
depending on
venue?
what games you're playing.
Wait. The
Dude,
venue
yes,
fees for
it's like
what? Damn, bro, it's more than Six
that.
Flags.
If you do early bird, if you do early bird, you're spending like maybe like 180
Why
something.
is this shit so expensive? Do you go there? Do
Like
you get like
early
free
bird.
catering, free food, free water everywhere? Like,
No, and for the
Mm,
finals, like if you want to be in the final in the stadium for the final, you gotta pay another $100.
what the?
yep.
Wow, Evo was not like that when I went.
That
That's what I'm
hundo,
saying. It
boys.
used to be like it's over, bro.
The venue fee
I
when I
mean,
went to Evo was like $60 or something, and you didn't have all
$60,
these.
$70, and like
That's
$10 a
hundo.
game.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yep, dude, the flights are like fucking expensive. You're like, fuck,
Mm,
and I get it, especially if you're doing this as a hobby. It's fine, but it's like if I don't love the game, I'm not gonna spend that much money.
Yeah, see, that's
You
the
know?
thing. If you don't like the game like that, it's hard to sacrifice all that cash. How did Evo do last year?
Exactly.
Like for MK? Because apparently they removed
Uh,
it for this coming Evo. So what? Like, how did it do last year?
what they have? I think they had like was it a couple hundred, Tom? I don't remember. It was something like
For
that.
MK1?
it wasn't good. It wasn't good. It was
Yeah, it
like
wasn't good.
MK9.
That's
Are you
sad.
guys gonna still be on? I gotta make a call real quick.
I'm gonna head
Yeah,
off,
well, I
man.
mean, I'm gonna grab
But
food in a bit, but yeah, I'll be on like later, like probably like what? You're in West Coast apps. You're 3 hours behind. I'll probably be on like around midnight, so like an hour and a half from now again.
Okay. Oh, I'll be up, so just let me know. I just gotta call this pizza place real quick.
Yeah, I'll just join the pocket shop. I'm gonna stream too, like an hour and a half too, to play some Kombat League, I guess.
Oh yeah.
all
Okay.
right,
Cool. Perfect. All right. I'll see you guys later. We'll do this next week for
later,
sure, though.
guys.
All right, yeah, we'll try to. If you guys are available Tuesday, we can be. I apologize again for Dave not being able to make it
Don't
last second.
apologize, dude. It's totally fine. I got
Yeah,
to kick it with you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
yeah, but yeah, it was a good chat.
It was a good little
All
chat.
right,
Okay.
later,
Yeah.
man.
I'll be on later when you play. I'll join the chat if you want.
All right, awesome. All right, I'll see you then, man.
All right,
All right,
guys. Later.
later.
Peace out, Dad. Peace out, Tom. All right, guys, I'm gonna close the stream. We were supposed to do a podcast tonight, but for some reason, I guess Dave didn't let us know. He told us earlier that it was going to be at 9 p.m. EST. We waited an hour for that, but then 9 p.m. he didn't show up, and we waited like another hour for him to show up. But now it's 10:30. So yeah, well, Tom was tired because he's been up early. Like we were originally going to do it at 8 p.m. EST, but right now it's 10:30. So I don't blame Tom for feeling tired. But anyway, I'm gonna grab food, but I'll be back in like an hour and a half or 2 hours, and probably play a bit before I go to sleep. And possibly Dab will be late. Maybe I'll ask Dab if he wants to play like I said or something. But I don't know because you know what? Maybe we'll do MKX because I know Dab doesn't like MK1 like that. I'll ask him if he wants to run like some matches in MKX. I'm down for that. But anyway, yeah, I'll be back in 2 hours, guys. Apologize for the stream not feeling kind of disorganized and like there wasn't a podcast that happened that was supposed to happen. But anyway, see you guys in a bit. Peace out.